That's it. The Pokemon bull market coming to a close. Everybody pack up your bags, move on to One Piece or Labubu's or whatever else it is. But not really, guys. Last week or two, I've been getting a lot of screenshots of people's collectors and stuff. And they're like, why is things going down? Why is things going down? It's over. And that's probably a little sarcastic as well. But just to touch base, like, everything's fine. Sure, there's some pullbacks and stuff when things run up. It's honestly just like the stock market, which is kind of crazy to think that CCG, collectible card game, is acting in that manner, but it happens. So we're going to dive into some singles and some sealed product and show kind of both sides. So first, we have Umbreon, Sunbreon, and as you can tell, up 30% on the month. You look at 3 months, we're up 22%. It bottomed out about 840 and it's already back up to $1,200. Next, looking at Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, and in the last 6 months, it's up 80%. This pretty much bottomed out around 190. And then in the last month, we're up 35%, up to about $400. That's actually crazy for an illustration rare, but it is arguably the best illustration rare out of all of Scarlet and Violet, and you have that hidden Gyarados up here in the top right, which is sick. I never even noticed it until I had my own copy. Next, we're looking at the Butthole Pikachu from Surging Sparks. Next, we're looking at the Butthole Pikachu from Surging Sparks, and similar thing. We're up 20% on the month, 30% on 3 months, 6 months, not a whole lot, year, not really a whole lot. This peaked at about $500, so we're still overall down, but we're chilling right around 350, and it's a pretty good spot considering we're getting a lot of reprints for Surging Sparks. I'm surprised this is up at all. I know normally we've seen top chases when they get a huge reprint. When top chases from a set gets a when a set gets a huge reprint, the top chases tend to come down. We saw that in Sword and Shield quite a bit, and we're just not really having that effect. It's kind of weird. Next, looking at Greninja, another set that's actively being reprinted and restocked, Twilight Masquerade. And if you look, the last 3 months we're up almost 40%. And looking at the 1 year, where this peak at? 410, peak right around 460, 470, or 260, 270 was the low. And now we're sitting at $370. So we're nearing all-time highs again. Another, what, $30, $40, all-time highs again. Now, pretty much the best set in all of Scarlet and Violet, at least booster box wise. Destined Rivals, main chase is the Mewtwo, and this just keeps pumping. It's honestly kind of crazy. Everybody was saying this wasn't a good art and stuff like that, so I'm just surprised. Started off about $300 on release, pumped up to 400, dropped back down to about 350, 340, and now we're up to 550. And there's no signs of this card slowing down. We're up 40% in the last month. And unless we get a major reprint, which we should get major reprints at least of sleeves or bundles, or we might be getting ETBs. I've seen Best Buy with some SKUs with ETBs. So definitely need that for Destined Rivals. Honestly, we need that for pretty much every set, including Prismatic again, which just got done. Bunch of major reprints. But there's no slowing down. Now we're going to look at some sealed product and what I was just saying, Prismatic. Look at this. As soon as we stop getting constant waves of Prismatic, we're going up 23% in 3 months, 23% in a month. We're back up to $140 in ETB, and this was sitting at $100 for the longest time. Looking at Paldea Evolved booster boxes, and this is basically out of print. So, what is it, April? And the out of rotation. It just keeps pumping. almost up to $500. That's crazy. Same thing, Twilight Masquerade. We're actively getting ETBs and stock for Twilight Masquerade, but booster boxes just keep pumping up to $330 roughly. And I mean, look at this graph. Wow. Small pullback and it just keeps going. All-time highs, but the market's crashing. Sell everything, the market's crashing. Here's where you actually see the crashes, things that are actively being stocked. This is the ETB, and ETB got up to right around $100, all-time high. And now we're back to just over MSRP. I mean, technically MSRP is $50, but a lot of stores are charging 60, so 68, $70. Like, you're pretty close to MSRP at that point. And personally, I think this is a great buying opportunity. Same thing with Surging Sparks. We'll see that later. Surging Sparks booster boxes. If you're in my Discord, I have said this a couple times that I think Surging Sparks booster boxes are a little underappreciated at the moment, just because we hit $300 and they were sitting at like 250 for a little while, and they're up to 270 again, but we haven't gotten any booster box reprints. So they're showing that they're going to reprint sleeves, ETBs, and booster bundles, but not booster boxes. They put out all these collection boxes, but again, not booster boxes. So just keep that in mind. Now, looking at the ETBs for surging, and same deal. I think this is an excellent opportunity. It was a little better a couple weeks ago, and by that I mean like 2 weeks ago. It was a little bit better. I've been stocking up on Twilight and Surging. They're both really good sets, but we peaked about 110, 115, and we're back down to 70 some dollars. And there's a lot of people that have been passing on Surging and Twilight in stores just because they don't have the quick tendies. And I think that's a huge mistake. If you see them, buy them. Destined Rivals. This is one that people have been freaking out about. The set hasn't even been out for a year, and look, we bottomed at what, 260, and look how fast it rose up to almost $500. So people are freaking out that it's at 380 right now. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's expected that there's going to be restocks. There's expected that there's going to be more Destined Rivals coming. I think this is just an overreaction. I think people are just taking profits. I mean, think about it. If stores got this for whatever, $120 and it's a $500 booster box, why wouldn't you just sell it right now? You see how long it took Silver Tempest to get to $500? Why wouldn't you sell it now? All these products just came out. You had a brand new Mega Evolution set. You had Inferno X come out. You had Gem Pack Volume 3 come out. You had Spider-Man come out for Magic the Gathering. And I think it might have been like a Weiss Shorts or something set. Might have been a One Piece set. I'm not 100% sure on those other ones because I don't really keep up with them. But there's so many sets that dropped at the end of September. So stores have to take profits somewhere. And to me, that makes so much sense. A box that just came out, $500, why wouldn't you sell that? Take your profits, pay off your bills. Makes sense. Next, we're looking at Paradox Rift, just looking at the early generation stuff getting ready to go out of print. And as you can tell, this stuff's still doing fine. Up 13% on the month. It's a weaker set. Peaked at 325. We're sitting at 290. Again, just a typical little pullback, but it's still doing fine. Maybe a little buyout happened here, but we're still doing fine. The sets that are getting ready to go out of rotation, once they go out of rotation, they're pretty much done. So just be careful with the sets that aren't near rotation because they're very, very able to be reprinted. They should be reprinted, should get tons more stock. So in my Discord, we got a request for a state of the market video, maybe once a month. Shout out to Dobby JB for the idea. And this is my first kind of run about it. So any tips, let me know in the comments below. Let me know in Discord, hit me up. Let me know in the comments below, are you just selling everything and dropping ship? If you like the video, smash that subscribe button. Head on over to maxpacks.com and buy some sealed Pokemon products from yours truly. And I'll see you guys on the next one.